So as part of my war on duckweed, I'm going around and removing plants from a lot of aquariums in order to soak them, to remove duckweed that's stuck in them, draining tanks, and just really working on getting rid of it. I still have it pretty bad in 3 aquariums, but in the entire rest of the fish room, I've gotten a handle on it. Today I pulled these fish out of an aquarium that was pretty badly compromised with duckweed. And what we have here are Rosey Loaches, which are these guys. You can see the males are bright red with a long lateral dark stripe, and the females are speckled and noticeably bigger and rounder, as well as some sparkling gouramis. Now, I thought I had sold all of my sparkling gouramis. I knew that I had kept a pair, but it appears as though they've been breeding because there's babies in there. So I am moving these guys to another aquarium in the fish room in order to facilitate the breeding of them, or just to maintain them better until this spring when I can move them back outside to breed. I think these 2 species are particularly well suited to each other. Very beautiful, and they'll really appreciate my little aquarium up on the top row above my 55-gallon carry Tetra tank. So this is a 20-gallon longscaped with some stone and wood and a bunch of low light plants. And if you guys have been around for a while, you may remember that this is my Pinto Shrimp tank. Now, I've decided to not really focus my efforts on continuing to breed the Pintos so they can live out their life in there. So I'm going to add those sparkling Gourami and the Rosey Loaches to this aquarium. I think the Gourami will appreciate that thicket of floating plants, and I think the Rosey Loaches will interact really beautiful with all the stone and wood in this aquarium, and it should make for an active and inviting aquarium. Now, I could certainly fit a little schooling fish into this aquarium as well, but right now in the fish room I don't have one that I want to use, so that will have to come later. Let's go ahead and add the fish. Now, because they're coming from my same source water just across the fish room, I don't really need to do any acclimation. I heat the room down here, not the aquarium. So all these top row aquariums are basically the same temperature. They're all on the same water change schedule, so I can just move fish from one tank to another. Sparkling gourami are fantastic fish for a small aquarium, one that can be even way smaller than this. This is a male, and until they're in breeding dress, they don't really show that really vivid blue spangling. This is one of the juveniles, and they are really outgoing, but you can see they're starting to get some of the mature coloration up in that dorsal fin. I think these guys are an excellent fish for a beginner, as they're very, very hardy, though not always the easiest to source. They can also be a bit shy, which is why I like to pair them with things like these Rosey Loaches, as the Rosey Loaches are extremely outgoing. In fact, they're considered a hovering loach, and as you can see, they sort of utilize the entire water column, climbing the glass, almost like a Coreodoris, rather than more typical loaches who tend to stay on the bottom of the aquarium. As you can see, the males get a vivid red, and the females are speckled, and they are breedable, though very, very challenging to breed. I've only really had success when I've moved them outside to do so. However, I'm hoping that it will happen again in this aquarium, as it is a nice mature aquarium. The fish are well seasoned and everybody's looking great. Sparkling gouramis are one of my favorites because of that bright blue lamp eye and the subtle coloration that they get. I have done species spotlights on both of these fish, so I'll make sure to put them in the cards for you guys. All in all, I think both of these species will be particularly well suited to this aquarium. You can see it has a little bit of hair algae. I may end up adding some Amanos later, or just step up my game for manual removal. But just keeping the shrimp in this aquarium was not my goal for it. So I'm excited to add these fish in, at least for the next several months, to see how they do until I move them back outside to breed. As always, let me know in the comments down below what you think. I think this is going to be a fun little tank. Thank you for your support. Please make sure you're subscribed and have that notification bell on so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos.